animal protein and cholesterol cause heart disease. The higher the blood cholesterol, the higher the risk of heart disease. Heart disease is the most common of the diseases of affluence. It affects 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women. It kills 1 in 3 of these people every 30 seconds in the United States alone. Women die 8 times more frequently from heart disease than breast cancer. Yet, most people are more afraid of cancer than this silent and deadly #1 killer. Dr. Eselstyn is a distinguished surgeon with some 40 years of expertise. He conducted the longest study demonstrating beyond any doubt that a pure vegetarian diet with no dairy products or eggs effectively reverses heart disease and stops it from progressing.
We have to appreciate just how much cardiovascular disease has really infiltrated our health situation. We know, for instance, that through the battle casualties that were studied in Korea and in Vietnam, that roughly at an average age of 20, 80% of these young GIs, when their coronary arteries are examined without a microscope, already have gross evidence of the disease. Now, is it therefore any surprise that when somebody like Dr. Lewis Culler, who is a professor of public health at the University of Pittsburgh, has stated that all men by age 65 and women by age 70 who have been exposed to the traditional Western diet have diffuse cardiovascular disease? What does that tell you? Our entire nation, all men and all women, have cardiovascular disease. This is so powerful to get across to the organizations that are providing us with our food and our food guidelines.
According to the Bogalusa Heart Study, which appeared in the New England Journal of Medicine, 50% of children 2 to 15 years have fatty streaks, marking the beginning stages of heart disease. $30 million American men have erectile dysfunction.
A meat-based diet doesn't just give you a heart attack eventually. It can also make you impotent. And I have found that for a lot of folks, that will get their attention, especially if you're an 18-year-old young man. The male sexual apparatus is a rather odd hydraulic system that does require a good blood flow in order to work properly, if you see what I mean. So if you have blocked arteries to the heart heart can die, but if you block the arteries to a man's private parts, they don't function so well anymore either. And I think that the big market we have now for Viagra and other erectile dysfunction medications comes in a large measure from the fact that a lot of men are eating unhealthy foods. I'll tell you something funny. If you look in the prescribing information for Viagra, it says it works better if you don't eat a fatty meal. Well, I have to tell you, everything works better if you don't eat a fatty meal, and if you eat a healthy enough vegan diet for a long enough period of time, I don't think you're going to need that prescription at all.